Hi, it's Elizabeth from Tyne Valley Motorhomes. Today we'll be doing the handover video of the Devon Aztech. First thing you'll come to on your driver's side is your toilet cassette. So you want to make sure that blade on the inside of the toilet is closed, and then you can pull this green lever up and slide your cassette out. And then from here you just want to unscrew the cap and then empty it. While you're emptying it, just push in this blue button. Push in this green button, it just allows some air in and stops it from glugging. And then you want to swill it around with some fresh water and then pop some blue or green liquid in your cap, ready for use again. On the top here you can fill up your toilet fluid, so you can put your water and then some pink liquid in there for your flush. Next we've got your hookup point, so when you're hooking your cable up to the vehicle you want to lift the cap on the collar and then align it up to the vehicle. When you're hooking your vehicle up, always remember to hook your cable to the vehicle first and then the mains, and then when disconnecting, disconnect from the mains and then the vehicle, so you're never walking around with a live lead. Under your hookup cable we've got your wastewater drain off point. So when you are leaving a site, you don't want to travel home with the added weight of the wastewater, so you can let your wastewater drain off. You also want to do this in the winter to stop any water from freezing and causing frost damage in the tanks over the colder months. At the back of the vehicle at the top we've got your reversing camera, and then we've got your two large windows for your rear lounge, and then along the bottom we've got your 4 reversing sensors. On the inside of your back door on the passenger side we've got your gas locker. So these will hold 2 gas bottles. When you are connecting your pigtail, remember it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas. And these ones are just a hand tighten one, so you don't need a spanner. And then you can see the arrows on the top here, so one way to open, other way to close. Always travel with the bottle off, but obviously when you get to your site you can turn your gas flow on and be able to use your cooker in your heating. On the passenger side, just in front of your rear wheel, we've got your fresh water filler point. So you'll need your key to get the cap off. And then you'll need a hose pipe and some adapters, as some sites just provide the brass tap. You want to fill up your fresh water tank, and then when you're done, pop the cap back on and lock it in place so no one can tamper with your fresh water. And then just below your fresh water filler point, we've got your fresh water drain off point. Again, you just twist the tap round to drain off your freshwater tank. Again, you can do this when you are leaving a site, so you're not travelling home with all the weight of your fresh water, but especially during the winter months when you're winterising your vehicle, you don't want to leave any water in the tanks to freeze and cause frost damage. Just on the outside of your passenger door we've got your diesel filler, so you'll need your ignition key to open the cap. On the inside of your passenger door we've got your ideal tyre pressures, and then just on the front we've got your bonnet release. So under the bonnet the main things you want to focus on is your screen washer fluid, your engine coolant and your brake fluid, your oil and your dipstick, and then we've got your negative and your positive down here if you need to give or receive a jump start. We've also got the weight plates on the front as well. The next thing you want to do is turn your main control panel on. Then from here you can turn your internal lights on. Up here you can also check the status of your leisure battery and your vehicle battery, and then we've also got your water pump here that we can turn on and off. Next thing you want to do is turn your heating and hot water on. So for this you need to turn the master switch on, which is this yellow button here. So you just press that down so it's facing the 1. And then your other 2 dials, so the top one is your energy source. So on here there's a little arrow here, so it's pointing to 2 kilowatts of electric, or you can have it on 1 kilowatt of electric, just gas and 1 kilowatt of electric, and 2 kilowatts of electric and gas. So for now I'll just pop it onto 2. And then the one below is your heating and hot water. So there's 2 dials here. The one on the outside turns it to hot water at 40 or hot water at 60 degrees. And then if you go below, the flame is your internal heating, and then the one below is your heating and hot water. And then in the middle you've got your heating dial, so you can have it on 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. And then if you've got the 2 orange lights and the green one, it means your heating and hot water is on and working. Next, we've got your fridge. So to turn your fridge on, you just want to hold the on button down until the lights come on. And then from here, you can pick whether you have it on hookup, gas, or vehicle battery. And then you can also change the temperature by clicking the little thermometer. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 5 being the coldest and 1 being the warmest. Under your control panel, we've got your wardrobe where you can hang your clothes. Here we've got your 3 gas burner hobs working. Just remember that once you've used them and turned them off, let the metal fully cool before you put the glass lid down, otherwise it will shatter. Here we've got your grill working on gas. Here we've got your oven working on gas. Here we've got your hot water running. You might not be able to see the steam, but it is hot and up to temperature. In the bathroom we've got your toilet, we've got your sink, and then we've got your mirrored cupboards. Which you've got your cupboard, it's got your shower curtain behind. When you want to flush your toilet, make sure you've got the fresh water tank filled and the water pump turned on, and then press the blue button. You'll get a flow of water into the bowl, and then you want to pull the lever forward. Once it's shut, just remember, leave the lid down so you don't get any smells through your vehicle. When turning your lounge into a double bed, the first thing you want to do is just remove all the extra cushions. Then what you want to do is come to one of the sides, lift up the cushion, and then slide out the base of the bed on both the long and short side. And then do the same on the other side. Then what you want to do is just bring your base cushion into the middle, and then the backrest will just fall into the gap behind. And there you have the double bed all made up in the back of the vehicle. Under the bench on the driver's side, we've got your boiler, and then we also have your boiler drain down. So this will automatically dump the water out when it gets to around below 2 degrees. However, you can do it manually by just twisting the diamond on the top here. When you come to use the boiler again in summer, twist the diamond round, and then there's also a blue button just on the front here that pops out. So you want to push that in to stop the water coming out. You want to drain your boiler down before it gets cold so you don't get any frost damage from the water freezing. Or if you're not going to be using your van for a couple of months, make sure you drain your boiler down just so the water doesn't go stagnant. Next to your boiler drain down, we also have your power supply unit. So in here we'll have your fuses on this side. And then on the other side we've got your trip switches. So if you're ever connected and you're not receiving power in the vehicle, you can press this yellow button here. If it trips, there's something within the van that's causing the issue. However, if it doesn't trip, it could be something on the outside from the mains or from the hookup cable causing the issue.